Guys, little video today for my fellow aging athletes, you 50+ golfers that are struggling with speed. You can see every year you're hitting it shorter, you're using more effort, you're hitting it shorter, you're using more effort. You're moving backwards, you're going in the wrong direction. I'm going to help you with that today. Very, very simple golf lesson concepts that you can take immediately to the golf course. But before we get started, if you've not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and press that subscribe button. There's a bell button next door. Click on that. You get a notification every time I release a new video. Now, here's the deal. When it comes to the golf swing, very, very important to understand, of course, the one thing that's holding the golf club is your grip. You got to grip it well. You got to grip it in a position where you can start to actuate your wrist. Put it across the fingers, get it out of the palm. I see so many golfers come down here. I'm at the links at Stoner Ferry. We're based about 18 miles west of downtown Charleston, South Carolina. I do a lot of immersions, half and full day. We always start with the grip. 80% of golfers have a club face that's open to the path it's being swung on. Of course, that path is going to be outside in if you hope to keep it anywhere near the golf course. Slice after slice, the occasional pull, of course, but that's what most golfers are doing. Get your hands in a good position on the golf club. You can start to hit the ball a lot better. It starts right there. What we need to understand, guys, is most of you are throwing the kitchen sink at it, right? You get to the top of the backswing. I've got this little snapper here, okay, which is a lot of fun. So you get to the top of the backswing, you fire the kitchen sink at it, and you're under the impression that if you fire your shoulders, or if you fire your hips, or if you clear your hips, you're going to create more club head speed. Of course, that's not the case. The golf ball is the best instructor in the world. So just pay attention to what the ball is doing, right? You're standing there and you want to hit a draw and you're hitting a 5-yard draw, okay? Keep doing what you're doing. I'm a big believer that you need to find what works best for you. And there are coaches out there that talk about that all they talk about is the hips and the pelvis. There's other coaches, all they talk about are the shoulders. The shoulders control. Listen, if it works for you, keep doing it. These coaches are excellent coaches. They're heart-centered, okay? They want nothing but the best for their students. I just believe that most golfers, unfortunately, switch off their wrists and arms. They don't understand that the speed is coming from here, okay? That's where my speed is coming from. You can hear it, right? You can hear the speed. Where's my upper body facing? Think about it. Look where it's facing. It's over here somewhere. I'm not making this come out faster, all right, by moving my shoulders faster or moving my hips faster. That's not going to do anything. All that's going to do, guys, is leave my arms at the start line, okay? I'm going to get my body out in front of my arms, and then I'm forced to try and unpack the club face about 1/1000th of a second prior to the point of collision. And I'm going to get the feeling my upper body here is staying back as my arms drop. I've got that nice little snappy feeling here, just like when I was using my training aid there, where my arms are dropping and the toe is starting to rotate towards the golf ball. That's what this golf club's designed to do after all right? So we're going to go ahead and hit a couple little spiral draws here. Let's see if we can get it going. Oh, now look at my finish. Is that an arm swing? That's the question. Is this an arm swing? No, it's not an arm swing. It's a sequenced swing. It's neither an arm swing or a body swing. My philosophy is it's a combination of wrist articulation, arm swing, and body dynamics. You need to find that healthy balance. If you hook the golf ball, okay, you may need to rotate your body a little bit more. There's no question. My job is to meet you where you are. However, with 80% of you lacking speed, this is the challenge. 80% lacking speed, and generally the harder you swing, the shorter you hit it. You all need, in my opinion, a big dose of slowing the body down and speeding the arms and the wrist up, okay? That is very, very clear to me. There's no question about that. That's an itch that I am definitely scratching. Just makes a whole heck of a lot of sense. So don't stand over the golf ball, guys, and expect to hit the ball well. If you're getting to the top and then just throwing your lower body at the golf ball or throwing your upper body at the golf ball, you're going to hit it all over the place. You're going to lose your body's structure, maybe have a lot of early extension, and most importantly, you're just not going to get the toe of the golf club. Unfortunately, you're not going to get it caught up in a timely manner, all right? So the face is going to remain open. So I like to exaggerate, okay? All my students, I mean, get them on the range. If you're a slicer, hit a bunch of 25-yard hooks initially, And then we start to shift the path a little further right. And of course, we start hitting some push draws, and then they're off to the races. And it's like they go on the golf course and they're not hitting it. I do playing lessons, right? As part of an immersion, we do a full day. We go out and play a few holes, try and take it to the golf course. Of course, the first shot's like a fade. So what do you think's happening? Between here and there, there's more tension, right? So whether on the range, the arms are kind of dropping, the body's staying back, the golf club is starting to rotate. When they get on the golf course, what's tending to happen, even with the same feels, the body is starting to catch up to the arms. That's the problem. And then the body wins the race, and of course they're back to hitting slices again. So it's very, very important to stand on the range and be able to hit, if you're a slicer, a bunch of big curved shots from right to left. That's kind of your barometer. That's the feeling that you want to have. No question about that. Let's go ahead and hit one more. Walk around the circle to the right here. Hands above my heel line, create some depth, and there's my arms dropping. Look at that. A lot more vertical in the downswing than the vast majority of you. You went to the horizontal stage too early. You got a lot of body going this way. You don't have enough arms going this way. Slow your body down. Keep your back to the target. Allow your arms to drop. It is going to be transformative. All right, let's do that one more time. Woo-hoo-hoo. That is fun. And I just, you know, for me, I feel like that's a swing for life. This isn't some band-aid, right? Just to play well the next few weeks. It's a swing for life. I mean, what's going to happen when you get into your 70s? And I know people in their 70s watching this video, and then you get into your 80s. I got someone I work with 91 years old. I've got an 86-year-old that I work with online. These guys are pistols. I mean, they are just going at it. They're committed. They want to get better. But we obviously, as we get older, we can't move our body as proficiently. So if you're relying, you know, on firing your thoracic segment or firing your hips or getting open or trying to lean the shaft forward, all the things that you see on YouTube videos to create more speed, but your body doesn't move as proficiently as it used to, you're going to get very discouraged. You're going to get worse. And I know that a lot of you watching this video, that's exactly what you've experienced. Maybe over the last few years, maybe it's the last 10 years. Maybe you used to swing your arms more freely. If you're looking at teachers that are putting videos with older golfers, okay, probably a little better fit than watching some of these coaches, as good as they are. I'm not here to criticize these coaches. They're excellent coaches. But some of the positions that I see them trying to get into, it hurts just to look at it, right? And then you've got these kids that are essentially ballerinas, right? They're ballerinas, right? Creating this incredible speed. I'm like, great, well, how does that help me? Well, that's about as useless as a chocolate teapot, right? For me. All right, I'm going to hit that little draw one more time. So it's up. Really exaggerating, okay? Keep my upper body back, keep my trail hip back. Definitely there's a feeling of arms dropping and toe turning. I'm going to feel with the driver, I'm going to feel that toe turning almost immediately. With my irons, I'm probably going to start to feel as my arms drop, the toe turning right in around waist high. Do not try and unpack this club face down here, all right? You can't play golf like this at impact. You got to rotate it a little bit sooner. All right, one more here. Let's hit that little draw. Back to the target. Yep, same thing. I got a nice little pattern here. The goal is 5 degrees inside out for an iron and for a driver. The driver, you're going to have to push your swing direction even further to the right. Makes it harder to hit from the inside when the ball is further forward. All right, so bear that in mind. If you want to keep the same swing direction for an iron and a driver, we're going to have to walk around the circle, shift that swing direction a few degrees further to the right. If you want to continue to hit that draw, the exaggeration is going to be the trick for the vast majority of you. That's the big challenge. It's what we call proprioception, right? It's your mind's ability to feel what your body's doing or what the club is doing without using your eyes. If you want to gain an inch, you kind of have to travel a mile. All right, so my students, it's always funny, right? They come down here and work with me. They're looking at me like, I feel like I'm going to hit it back here. You know, I mean, you want me here? You want me to drop and do this? I just feel like I'm going to hit it back. Well, what do you think happens when they hit the golf ball? Their body is literally wired, okay, to move this way. All right, it's wired. The odds of them actually literally dropping their arms without moving their body is 0%. I've never really seen it happen, okay? So as the arms are dropping here, we may feel like we're way back here and the club is back here and the face is we may feel crazy exaggerated, but what I need you to understand is as those arms are dropping, your body is also turning. So you're nowhere near as inside as you feel like you are. That is the trick with golf instruction. Feels versus reels, guys. Of course, over time, those feels and reels, they're going to start to align. That's when you start to get a good feel for what you're doing and you're feeling the same thing that is actually happening. All right, that's when you've really got this thing grooved. All right, one more time. Now, as I start my downswing, as my arms drop, I'm going to sense my arms expanding past the golf ball here. My arms drop, and then of course they're expanding, okay? Look at my lead arm move past the golf ball. Impossible to expand your lead arm and not rotate your shoulders, all right? The arms move the arms, the shoulders don't move the arms. I think there's a lot of coaches that talk about, well, I've got to move my body over here in order to get my arms over here. That's absolutely not the case. I can't get my trail hand on the golf club here without moving my shoulders if my arms are expanding. So bear that in mind, okay? Arms drop, upper body back. Let's go ahead and hit one more. Same shot, same ball flight, time and time again. I hope that helps, guys, okay? You gotta use your wrists and your arms a lot more freely. Quit tying your arms to your body and under the impression that you can kind of pin and then spin your way to more club head speed. That is not helping. It's not serving you. It's not helping you, okay? You know who you are. You know who you are. I know you're watching this video. It's like, oh my God, he's talking to me. He's talking to me. I am talking to you because I see it all the time, all right? If anyone wants to come down and work with me here in Charleston, South Carolina, go to the description. I've got some information in there with regard to immersions on my website. I'd love to hear from you. If you think this video could help, go ahead and share. I always get back to people. If you have a comment, I'll always get back to you. And thank you so much for helping my channel grow, helping me get my message out there and subscribing. I really, really appreciate it. We'll talk to you next time.